Hello, I'm Umbrenero, and welcome back to Umbernero's Life. Today's video is my June 2026 plan with me. Another month, another setup, so we're hopping right on into it. Kicking it off like we usually do with our monthly calendar. And for this month, I wanted to do something minimal just because I knew it was going to get busy. And that's why I ended up using quite a bit of stickers this month that had like an alchemic feel to them because I just wanted to do something slightly different and I just wanted it to be a little unique. I can say right away, this is not as detailed as the first alchemic layout I've done, but it was a good minimal one, I would say. So first things first, I went and got the calendar completed. Didn't take long. And here I had to fight with the stickers to get the backing off of them because I kind of knew what stickers I wanted where going into designing this layout. So that made it go a little bit quicker, but still, it took a little bit of time to get this done and just taken care of. But like I said, this is a very simple setup. Basically, calendar and stickers. And a little bit of washi tape that I found as well, because I felt like I needed something over on the left-hand page. And one of the things that I decided with this is a lot of alchemy stuff goes back to math. So this math-related washi tape I had came in perfect. But like I said, I knew this was going to be a busier month. So a quick layout, simple layout was the plan from the beginning. But with this done, it was time to move on to the things. And as you can see, I had laid out what stickers were going to go where, kind of. And there was some debate with this layout. It was, do I make both pages look the same or do I make them look different? And well, while it was sitting here, I was actually looking for a washi tape because I wanted to use a specific one to offset the color of the stickers, and that would fit the theme. And I had the perfect one. And I decided, all right, we're going to do this across the top of this page. And then we're going to go across the bottom of the next page with this. Just so that way it's going to be balanced out. Because then I have the tape on a short edge and a sticker on a long edge. And yes, the sticker was fighting me quite a bit. So the sticker went down a bit. And I knew here, it's like, all right, I can easily make this symmetrical. But flipped, I would say. So that's exactly what I did once the sticker stopped being difficult. So I looked how far from the bottom it was and did that far from the top. But I made sure that it was the correct way and not upside down because I have done that before. Then it was going in with the little bottom part, which still very simple. I actually cut it a little bit straighter than the first piece. And then it's like, all right, time to label these sections. And I strategically did this where I did, just so that way I had a little bit of white space in between things. And I'm actually impressed with how good I was able to write backwards. So I'll take it. And now we're going to go to the weekly logs, where I had a very general idea of what I was doing, knew what I wanted, because I wanted simple. It shouldn't take too long. So I decided I'm going to go with the 8 boxes on a set of page thing, and we're doing each week. So, since the first week of June has 6 days in it, because I use Sunday to Saturday calendars, it worked pretty well. And I decided, yep, we're just going to keep going and mark out the rest of the boxes first. And it's like, all right, there's 7 days in a week. I have 8 boxes. I gotta be doing something with that extra box. Well, the plan I came up with actually helped bring the theme over. If I was doing the more in-depth theme like I did years ago, I would have absolutely decorated that box with alchemic symbols and a whole bunch of other things. But since I was keeping it minimal but related to alchemy, I decided, you know what, I have some stickers that will work good in these boxes. They're not going to fill them up completely, but they'll just be a good decoration to throw here. And it keeps with the minimal look of how this is. And yes, I did count like 5 times to make sure I was doing the correct pages and didn't do extra, because I know that has been a thing before, or skipping pages. But I didn't do that this time. So I started with putting in stickers, and I had these nice little things that kind of reminded me of alchemic type things, so put them in the extra box from the week. And I decided, all right, I'm gonna highlight the second line, not second line, but a couple lines at the bottom of each box, just so that way I can try to put my thoughts down of what's going on today, what's been happening, stuff like that, just to make myself reflect and use my journal more, even though I'm gonna be busy. Then back to the front to start putting in the days of the month. So like I said, very minimal, very simple, quick layout. And yes, I was swapping colors, but it is what it is. And then the last section, I wanted to add a migration area, because it's something I've been trying to use this year. But before I actually drew it, I decided, all right, what stickers can I put here? And I had just a couple here, and I knew I wanted to use them, but I knew I needed a full page for them. And I figured this would be the best area. They still feel alchemic, and they just look kind of neat, so can't blame me for that one. Went, added those in. And this section, this is how long it took for me to do this whole section. Which I was like, all right, I've had boxes on all the other pages except for the things, but I want one here because I feel like it would help constrain the area a little bit more, because I wanted this to be like collected and not fully chaotic. Like, even though I was being chaotic when it came to my lines. So I put the header in, and then I decided to add some lines, if I remember correctly. Yeah. At the bottom, I decided to highlight every other line, just so that way I had a spot to reflect for the month. And yes, I was very focused in that I kept getting closer and closer as I was recording. But that just happens. You can't always control it. And I called it pretty good once I got to a certain point, because I had to practice self-control somewhere. But that was it for the main bit of the journal. Like I said, I wanted it to have the alchemic feel, but also be minimal. And this is a good way to do it. It's very simple, very straight to the point, and who knows what will yet come when I do my next bullet journal theme, because if it's what I'm still planning, that might be a little bit more detailed than this one was. So, thanks for watching, and if you could like and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I am Umbrenero. Bye!